Hello there, what's the story, what's the crack, how are you all keeping? This is the ThePandaPuncher, yes, ThePandaPuncher, welcome to Let's Play Lethis Path of Progress. This is the game I said I was going to play in replacement for Hearthlands going on hiatus until I sort out a technical issue with it. And I kind of been wanting to play this for quite a while now because one, it's a city builder, I love city builders. Two, it's got a steampunk aesthetic, I love like nearly everything steampunk. And I had started a Lethis Let's Play just before I took a temporary break from YouTube about this time last year and only got to do 2 episodes of it, so that's actually as much of the game as I have ever played, and I've owned it forever. So I thought, why not, let's just jump in, just start the campaign and have a go. So the campaign is 26 challenging missions that will guide you through more than 100 years of Lethean Industrial Revolution, and the first mission is pretty basic in size, or scope I should say. You have 2 objectives, 1200 workers in level 8 housing and 4000 units of meat as a tribute to the Emperor. Mr. Ellington, what a pleasure to meet you. How are you? I have excellent news. As you might have heard, Professor Alström inventions are sensational. Condensed steam as a source of energy. Yet this may also lead to a rural exodus. Big cities are going to pop up just as fey mushrooms. As focus on agriculture and steady food supply will become important issues, it is your task to tackle these problems. Thanks. All eyes are on you. Succeed and the Empire will reward you portly. So, we are apparently Mr. Ellington, who is Archibald, great name. Archibald Ellington is one of the best urbanists of all Lethis, and he risks his career, with this task. He has to swiftly build a city with a strong focus on agriculture in the high provinces to prevent a local famine. Wilhelm, the 4th Emperor of Lethis, chose Fedheim for this task, a large fertile area south of the Empire's capital, Sternhall. There are no geysers to be found in this area, yet you can provide your workers with copper via trade. These are objectives of the game, and advice is you can control which resources are distributed, you therefore may control the level of your houses. That's an interesting little game mechanic, because in games like Hearthlands, like in part 7, if you have watched it, we're in a mission where we can't produce our own food, so we have to export wine to make money to buy food to feed our citizens. But the issue is the citizens also consume the wine, so it's just you have to overproduce the wine so that the citizens are taking it and that there's enough left over that it also goes to the marketplace to be traded. But it seems to be in this you can just go, you know what, no, wine is not available to the citizens, so it only goes to the marketplace to be traded. That's quite a nice little perk. So let's just jump in here and look at this beautiful, beautiful game. Look at it. Like, just see this. There's so much going on. If you just sort of watch for, and let's pause. If you watch and you see closely, like there'll be little rabbits and stuff jumping about. There'll be foxes weaving in and out of trees, and it just makes the map feel alive. These flags will flutter. There'll be steam coming off bits and pieces. These water actually pours. The cogs. Do the cogs move? No, but like bits and pieces of little rock and rubble will be falling off the sides of the map. It's just, the map's alive, and it's just very nice to see. So, objectives: 1200 inhabitants and level 8 housing. So first and foremost, we're going to have to plop down some houses. So let's think about this. Level 8 sounds like it might involve quite a bit of resources in order to, like, they're going to be quite demanding. I have no idea how many I just plopped down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now, if we plop down a road, just so we have an idea what's going on, and plop down some more houses, that's 10 and 10. We shall have a road going along here, and there's a gap there, I know, but you'll understand in a moment as to why I'm doing that. Then we can have another big road going down here. Going to be leaving gaps for gardens, because that's quite important. That's why I'm leaving little gaps here, so we can put gardens in. There's big gardens going around all of these, which means that when it comes to putting down more houses, we won't be going straight back to back. We'll be moving over one, going down. So we do we want? Yeah, we'll do that. Then a road, more houses. Believe you me, this is not even enough houses as is. So essentially we're just leaving a gap of 1 no matter what. There's no houses back to back. So leave garden there, road there, garden and road. Okay, so that'll be our initial block of houses. It's very important that we get food up straight away. So that'll be down there. Over here, I'm not sure what we'll build, but you know, the roads are there for that. There'll be a garden there. Houses there. I just want to get another set of roads down so I can see where everything lines up. That's beautiful. Beautiful. We'll have a thing of road going down there, and that'll be nice and lovely. So in terms of production, we're going to need a well. So if we have it over here, one there, one there, one there, and one there. So that should have everybody covered. Bathhouse. It's probably going to be detrimental to these people, but I don't care that much about them. Can we rotate the buildings? Oh, we can. Beautiful. So many of these games don't allow you to do that. It's crazy. I think we're safe enough by doing that. Theatre, don't need yet. Herbalist, probably not yet. Newspaper kiosk, probably not yet. We need wheat farms. So, 1, 2, 3. We will need barley farms. Let's actually plop down something very important. One of these. He can go there. He can squeeze up there. 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 And that should be okay for now. Everybody should be well covered. Exorcist we don't need. Tax collector we don't need yet. You are a utensil factory. I don't need you. Probably need storage. Not gonna lie. We're gonna need storage. And shop. That is a shop, isn't it? There's a shop. So 1 shop. 2 shop. And 3 shop. Done and done. So back to food. Need a mill. You can go there. Yeah, I can leave it at that angle. And then we need a bakery. We get 2 of them on the go. And that should be enough for now, because we're not going to have enough people to populate all this and get things going. We haven't started meat yet, because I want to make sure that all these jobs have enough people about to actually fulfill them, which is quite an issue in this game, from my memory. It would seem like this many houses in, say, Hearthlands, for example, would be nearly overkill at the start for the few job buildings that we have set up, but in this game, as far as I mind, it isn't that straightforward, and to be honest, we may need to end up putting down more houses. But I've left all the gaps in these houses because I want them to be upgraded. I'm hoping we can get 1,200 occupants in here with level 8 housing, and then we can put down some like slums, essentially, if we need the population to fulfill all our job needs. Because a lot of these places actually take up a lot of employees. See, there's 2 of 8 there. Shop needs 12. Bathhouse needs 8. I'm pretty sure like there's one of these buildings needs some crazy amount. 9, 6, 10, 12. So yeah, that's a lot of people. So the sooner we get all these folks in, houses populated, we're probably not going to have any unemployment right now. 73 more workers needed. Pile houses to go down. Those initial tents should disappear. Need access to a well, so once the well comes round, or the guy that delivers water comes round, whatever you want to call him, well boy, they'll upgrade, more people can move in, and we should quickly at least have all industry having Some people working on it mightn't be the most efficient though. One of the things I love about this game, besides the overall aesthetic, is just like the little animations. Like, look, the well is, it's nothing crazy, but a bucket is going down and bringing water up. The baths, there's a little bit of steam coming from this stationary object here, and a few moving people. Again, bigger, stick in oven, take something out, and just rinse and repeat. Same over here. Whenever people start working here, it's just. If we put a roadblock there, hinders your distributors to walk wherever they see fit. So we don't want anybody who distributes stuff to go down there. We probably don't want them to go down here either just yet, but the rest of this place definitely. So this should allow people to deliver stuff and go and collect stuff, but in terms of actually delivering goods to houses, they won't come down this path. So just, yeah, windmills moving, some cogs twisting there, guy lying outside doing sweet fuck all. This guy, welding shit. Just tiny little animations, and if I can see anything happen in the background of the map, I'll try. Look, there we go, little fox, and the artwork is just fantastic. And it just makes the map feel alive. I mean, it's repetitive. It's the same animations over and over again, but, you know, whenever you see the buildings moving and just things happening, it's great. Compared to, what was it, a game I recently did the Let's Try on, Empire Architect. Now, it is still very early access. Empire Architect is still trying to achieve a lot of things, but, and then maybe animations are on the agenda for it, but without it, it is lacking, unfortunately. So, bread being produced, that's good. So, we can maybe, hold on, let's just check, 420, woo! Unemployment 3%. So let's get a couple of ranches down. I'm maybe thinking just down the road here. 2 ranches. Done and done. And these will upgrade once we get food actually produced and going out. And that'll allow more people to move in. Jobs are good. So the meat constantly produces meat because you don't need wildlife on the map to actually hunt or gather or whatever. A lot of city builders go down this route where if you build a sheep farm, the sheep just are automatically generated and it pumps out a steady amount of wool and mutton a year or whatever. Same with this. The bison, bull type things here are automatically generated. And then in games like Pharaoh, you put down a hunter's lodge and they'll only gather meat if there's something to hunt. So it's a different style, tact, but it's nice to have that constant meat food production. And one of the objectives is to have send 4,000 meat as a tribute to the Emperor, and that will probably just mean in the later game, once everything's sort of going and we're close to our inhabitants, we'll just fire down a shit ton of ranches and just pump out the meat and stop meat from being sent to our houses as a food source, and that way we can just stockpile it up and send it on. It's actually quite a high targets as a first mission in a campaign, but I suppose the overall objectives, you know, you don't have to expand and explore a lot of the industries, so it's just a nice little easy into the game. That's what I'm going to go with. Your city needs more workers. I am well aware, Mr. Notification. Oh my god. I did not know that this was possible. Huh. Makes your city look so different. Anywho. Is there like a way of speeding up time? Yes, there is. Times 5 speed, people. I just want to get the first harvest going and some food being delivered. It's a bunch of wheat. They use wheat to... okay. Did not know that. There you go. So if we see the population increasing, that means food is being delivered. Until that happens, I'm concerned that this roadblock might be causing issues. Is it? Well, the meat did get collected, sent somewhere. Not too sure. But I do think we need to have more wheat on the go. So you have near no raw materials. You have your fully stocked. You don't have enough of that. See, I don't know what the ratio is as how many farms to windmill and how many windmills to bakery. You see, it could be 4 of these to windmill, and one windmill does 1 bakery. So I could need, I need to figure that out. It's just going to take a wee bit of experimentation. So I'm surprised nothing's actually upgraded. There we go. See your man just fucking zooming around there, delivering food wherever he goes. That bastard, hey. So yeah, now all those houses are upgrading, getting a bunch more people. So what do they need? Environment isn't pretty enough. This building needs access to a wash house. I'm not sure how I can help you there, but the pretty stuff I can. Hold on, let's slow this down again. Right. Blue. We're gonna blue here, 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 and here. We're gonna do this segmented, people. Alternating gardens. I normally don't care. I just plop down a garden because a garden's a garden at the end of the day. I don't give a shit. Oh, that is not cool. That's just not cool. That's so unfortunate. Ugh, it's gonna kill me. My OCD is gonna go insane with that little. Okay, these are. My plan is working in terms of upgrading these houses. Because sometimes you're not too sure if your layout or design is going to be enough, but apparently it is. So we're just gonna finish plopping down these gardens, and then we'll move on to maybe producing alcohol or something, or increasing our food production, or blah blah blah, other words and stuff. Right, and that's not what I meant to do. Let's go with red, because that's a good color combination, red and blue. Soundtrack in this game isn't anything special, but it works, if that makes sense. No, it's not like I'm going to go download it, but it fits the overall style and feel of the game. It's a bit of it. It's happy and jaunty and all that crap. That's what I'm going with, happy and jaunty. I regret my decision to alternate the gardens. Hurting my brain. And my wallet, apparently. Might need a tax collector then soon. Done. So, bunch of housing, you need access to alcohol, which to produce profitable veins. Sternhall's mines are producing more copper than usual. The Emperor therefore decided to export a higher amount of it. You may import more copper from thingamajig. Right, so let's pause a second and take stock of things. Right. First off, I'm going to want to fire down I'm going to leave a road there. 3 of these boys. That'll produce the malt. The Abbey will then produce the alcohol. But since we're on the farms, we're going to fire down 3 more of them, and then another bakery, because I can. And I'm not going to worry about any of that just yet. Administration, Town Hall. You, good sir, can go there. I'm going to get a wee road all the way around you. I'm assuming you need Town Hall to collect taxes. It makes sense, doesn't it? Tax collector. So you're going to go there, there. You're going to rotate. I am definitely making sure I'm collecting all these goddamn taxes. Done. Now what's employment at? 15%. That's not too bad. Allows us to slowly expand. But look, the fluttering flags. That's my flag. And there's a guy smoking outside. There's one feeding some birds. Tax collector looks like a prick. It's because he's a tax collector. It's just... So, nice compact little city. Everything's going as it should. Alcohol is now going to be produced. It'll be slow at first, but it is what it is. And in terms of a marketplace or something, if we... Warehouse is just a... Just in case anything needs a warehouse. But we're also going to put down a little trade jobber. You can actually go here. I have a feeling trade should be near this. Where do we get trade routes? Would it be in here? Money. Yeah, we're losing all of our money. Workers. Steam. Services. So warehouse, there's 3 buildings in the city. So we have a theatre, newspaper kiosk, or herbalist. So we probably should... Probably put down some herbalists. Possibly? I don't know. That was an abrupt music change. Nobody's asking for it yet, but is that just a health thing? Should we put down a herbalist? Some basic herbaling. Because we do have ghosts. That's probably need an exorcist. Did not think I'd be saying that. Where is my exorcist? It's here. 1 exorcist. 2 exorcists. And a 3rd for the lols. Because that can't be good. Ghosts can't be good. It's not good, is it? Is it people dying? Unemployment is 14%, so we could probably ramp up a few things here. In terms of food, I'm going to actually increase this production. No, or not. Anywho, where can we get? Go to Commerce Center. So Stern Hall. Open this route for 500. They sell copper and potatoes, and they buy glass and jewellery. Rumendale, that's a fantastic little map. That's aesthetic is nice. They buy absinthe and beer. They sell fish. Hasselport, great name. They sell fish. They buy meat and bread or gold. They sell potatoes. They buy wheat and meat. That's us and Richterberg. They sell Oreos. They buy jewellery and bread. So, do we need copper for anything just yet? Maybe not. He says with confidence. So you just, it's not enough. I'd say we need another windmill. I say we need another windmill. Huge discovery. Discoverer Calvin Nemo recently came back from his expedition with huge news. He discovered an enormous island in the midst of the ocean. Many thought that Lethis East was merely covered by an endless sea. The blue island just reminds us again in what marvellous times we're living. Your citizens will become more content. And I think that huge discovery is a good place to end this video. Love this game. Aesthetics brilliant. Mechanics seem to be spot on so far. And I'm looking forward to seeing how a fully fledged Lethis city looks once you have all the resources you need on the map and access to all the text and stuff. So we're just going to continue with this mission over the next while. See how far we can get into the campaign before, I don't know, it gets repetitive or this, that, and the on or whatnot. But for now, this video is over. So please, 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 please go away until next time, folks. Good luck and goodbye.